Good day, welcome back to justlovingpeople.com, the program from South Korea. My name is Lawrence and Michelle, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Today we are standing next to this lake and we're about to go for coffee at this beautiful coffee shop overlooking this lake. And this week we're talking about relationship with God, and this is the second part of our series, It's All or Nothing. Well, you can go to our website, justlovingpeople.com, and download this whole series for free. You can also get our book for $10. We just finished it yesterday, especially for you. And it will bring you closer to God, as this whole series, it's about all or nothing. So go to justlovingpeople.com, download this free resource, this series, and also the book that helps us stay on the air. Now, let's get some coffee.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, and the reason why we're talking about, we're broadcasting while we're drinking coffee, is this week, we've been talking about the relationship with God, and God is not so far away. God is actually close. So we're going to order coffee. What do you want?
I want a latte and you want hot chocolate, right?
Yes. Okay, please order. Okay, she's still busy. But what I was saying just now, this week we talk about relationship with God, and we came here to the coffee shop because you said you're drinking coffee with God in the mornings?
I do.
How did that happen?
Well, that came about when God told me, please make me also a cup of coffee one morning. So I sat down and I said, God, please sit with me and have a cup of coffee with me. And it started from there.
How long ago did this happen?
18 months ago.
Oh, you were saved 18 months. Okay, that explains it all. But is it weird to have coffee with God?
No, because you can feel His presence just entering. Like, you can feel He's there. Like, He's present. And you're in a relationship with Him. And He wants to have coffee with you. It's just the two of you. Sitting down. Now, obviously, he's not drinking the cup of coffee. I mean, seriously. But you can have a second cup. God said it's okay. So.
안녕하세요. 라떼 하나 주세요. 어초코 하나 주세요. Yeah, we just ordered our drinks here at the coffee shop. That was the Korean word "joseo" means please. So I said latte 하나. One latte, one hot chocolate, please. Yeah, as my wife just said while she ordered the coffee, making coffee for God, that sounds like a weird thing. And if you have this religious mindset, you will not drink coffee with God. Because religion doesn't show God as being so close, like we can have coffee with Him.
There. Yes, let's sit there.
Okay, let's take this seat here next to this window. We are in this coffee shop, the window overlooking Sejong Lake, talking about relationship with God. Yeah, so my father also told me something. He also said one day, I think he was praying and he heard God say to him, let's have coffee. My father said, well, our father, now we got married. Our dad talked about the same thing.
Really? You never told me that.
Yes, and in my case, I also had that experience. And I had it once. So drinking coffee with God is not for me a daily thing, although I love this idea. But I remember once I did it. I just said, God, please come and have coffee with me. And the next moment, I had this heavenly vision. I was in heaven and I saw God on His throne and I saw God crying. I saw the tears. And I heard He said He's crying about the lost. And I said, God, cheer up. Don't cry. I will help you. I will help you. And He looked so happy. It was such a real experience. And in the beginning, I thought it was weird, but I've just realized that this is such a real experience because I was still talking to him and then it was like it zoomed out and shoop, I was back in my mud house here in South Korea. And it was just amazing. It was a true heavenly experience. And I still wanted to feel that or experience more of, that vision. And I opened my eyes and it's gone. It was over. So, and that was making coffee for God.
Yeah, I haven't experienced, as far as I can remember, any visions while having coffee with God. I can just remember every time that I have coffee with God, when He asks me for a cup of coffee and we sit down, that I'm having the best intimate conversations ever with God. So then I will start by just saying, hello, welcome, and I will put His chair next to mine, and I can feel Him putting His arms around me and just hug me. And then I will just start telling Him what a beautiful day it is, look at a beautiful sunrise, or listen to the little birds waking up. And then I will just start crying my heart out about everything that might feel overwhelming to me. And then I will just cry, and I can literally feel how I'm crying on His shoulder, and He's just like saying, it's okay, I'm here, don't worry, cry it all out. And then after a while I can feel I'm done crying, and then I feel so happy and cheerful and peaceful. And then God shares His thoughts with me for the day, what He needs me to do, what He wants me to do, and then He will give me promises. God have visions that you share with the world, that He gives to you. Then sometimes He gives you your visions that He wants for you, but it's between you and God. You don't share everything with the whole world. Some things are private between you and God, and beautiful things, because if you share visions with the wrong people, Satan will take hold of it, and he will try to withhold them from you. So for me, my coffee time with God is my conversation time with God, where I'm talking to my daddy God, and I'm sitting next to Him, He's holding His arms around me, I'm crying on His shoulder, and just to be with Him and just to hear Him talk to me, then I can hear Him clearly. Then He speaks to me in audible voice. I can hear Him clearly. We are having a conversation. And that's my moment with God when I'm having coffee. Oh wow, there goes the buzzer.
Our coffee is ready. Let me just get the coffee. Yes, I need to take. Okay, there is your coffee. You ordered the latte?
Thank you.
Okay, and I've got the hot chocolate. Look at this cup. It's white and green inside. It looks so creamy.
Yeah.
They made some beautiful picture here for you.
Yeah, they usually do a lot of effort when they make the lattes and cappuccinos and things. They always put on foam and make it pretty with all kinds of shapes. So that's South Korea. They always do the extra effort to make it pretty or happy or just make it festive. But coming back to the coffee time with God is when you feel like a little child in the morning and you get that feeling of making 2 cups of coffee, do it. I guarantee you excellent results. And just make 2 cups of coffee, sit down at a quiet place and say, welcome God. Please enjoy your coffee with me. Put 2 chairs next to each other. Sit next to Him. Enjoy every moment you have in your private time with God. And just experience it. Whether it's a vision or just a conversation or a feeling. Whatever you have with God, embrace it.
Absolutely. So do you close your eyes when you do this? Is it like, like praying, or is it, how do you do that? I mean, I'm talking from a religious mindset. So, God once told me you can keep your eyes open when you pray. I was like, what? Can I keep my eyes open when I pray? I never kept my eyes open in 20 years. But that day, the Lord clearly told me, draw a line in the sand and step over that line. And from now on, talk to me like you talk to your friend. And then also you can keep your eyes open. And that is a huge revelation. Now today you're telling me, religious person, that I can have coffee with God. So can I keep my eyes open?
Yeah, I don't want to sit the chair, mess. No, I keep my eyes open when I talk to God. But when you're crying, obviously your eyes are closed because you're crying. So anybody that has shed a tear before knows when you cry, your eyes are closed. And that, you know, you will just suddenly feel the Holy Spirit is so present in your room or wherever you sit, on the porch. It doesn't matter where you are. But in that moment when you have coffee with God, it starts off with for me, it starts off with a very casual chat. Just me and God. And I giggle like a little girl because I'm with my daddy, he's visiting me. And then suddenly I can just feel the Holy Spirit just come in, and then I become quiet. And then I start crying, and then I cry my heart out. And after that, you know, God just guides you to the next step. Whether your eyes are open or closed, whether it's a vision or a feeling or a sensation, it doesn't matter what it is. God guides you into that next step. So it's always different. It's never the same. It's always different.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. Relationship with God, if you're not religious, it's always different. But if you're operating from religion, like I did for many years, it's always the same. It's like read a few verses, pray for a few people, and go to bed. But with God, it's never the same. Listen, listener, there is a place with the Lord in your relationship where you can do these things. Just do that. Try it tomorrow morning. Just make that extra cup of coffee and let us know what you experience. You can go to justlovingpeople.com. There's a place where you can leave us voice notes and tell us. I would love to hear what's your experience.
Yes, the radio stations you also have our email address. So if you have difficulty finding it on our website, you can just ask them and they will let you know. But we need you to please inform us, keep in contact with us, send us an email, send us a voice note, send us a message, do anything. Please, we want to hear from you, your experiences.
Yes, and this is the series, It's All or Nothing. Our new book just being released yesterday. We worked so hard. We've written this book in, was it 2 or 3 weeks? It was a record time, but we wanted to get this message out about all or nothing. And this week we're talking about chapter 2, relationship with God. Anyways, go to justlovingpeople.com, our website. You can download this whole series for free. And also pick up the book for $10, and that helps us stay on the air. Anything else about Coffee with God?
Enjoy it.
Yes. And the only way that you can enjoy coffee with God, this kind of relationship, is being open. You really need to be open. You really need to just, like for me, I really had to let go of my religious mindset and the things that I believed, that God is far away, that God is in heaven, that God is not close. I had to let go of that because it made no sense. But religion makes God fake. It makes God a set of rules. And it's like us, it is a relationship that's always changing, that's always improving. And we need to spend time, like today, we're drinking coffee, just the same thing. We're spending time with each other, and the same you must do with the Lord.
Absolutely. So from me, Michelle, I would just like to say, I want to hear about your cup of coffee experience with God. I love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
So we will see you tomorrow. Same radio station, same time. Lawrence, Michelle here from South Korea. Say God bless you. Have your coffee time. Go to justlovingpeople.com to download this series absolutely free. Goodbye and God bless.